All right, so welcome to curriculum night for your son or daughter's CWT course. CWT stands for Cooperative Work Training and/or Co-op, or some people just call it Work Program. I am Larry Baca, and I'm their teacher, and my contact information is below for you to look at. So, a little bit about me. First and foremost, I'm a father and husband, and you can see a couple pictures or a picture of my two boys right there. That's Griffin up top and Colton down below. This is my 10th year in education and my 8th year at Downers Grove North High School. The classes that I teach currently are Intro to Business, CWT, and internship class. I also coach wrestling at the varsity level and boys gymnastics at North as well. I'm also the DECA advisor, which is our school's competitive business and marketing club also. So I know sometimes teachers or parents like to see credentials. There they are. Those are my degrees. That's where I get my degrees from. But also some things is that I'm a business owner. I've owned small real estate business and been on the board of two not-for-profit businesses as well. I also spent 6 years in the United States Air Force in financial management. I was a financial management comptroller in the Air Force at both the active duty and reserve um, components of the military. All right, so this is what's important. What is this class all about? So work program is a class that's all about work, right? It's all about finding a job that's going to make you happy. And I'm going to return to this graphic in a second here. I just want to show you the syllabus. And so on the syllabus, you guys will see the kids have the Zoom link. There's an online textbook for them. They also there's a program sponsored by the school called Remind that allows us to send text messages to the kids without us having their phone numbers and without them having our phone numbers as well. Okay, so I might use that. I also post all the information on Google Classroom for the kids to see their work as well. Okay, so CWT is designed to teach students life skills that they're going to use in their everyday lives. Okay. Now, the objective is for students to develop a plan for life after high school where they can find their ikigai or purpose or reason for being. Okay. Now, I like to challenge the students in work program to think about if they ever ask themselves, when am I going to use this in real life? And they don't have an answer for that, then we won't do it anymore because this class is all about practical, relevant skills. Okay, practical, relevant things that they're going to need in life after high school. So here are our units. We have career exploration, looking for jobs, skills for success, planning for a career, being satisfied and fulfilled in a job, managing your income, and then social and emotional well-being as well. And so it's more than just working. Now every kid needs to work, and we shoot for 10 hours a week. All right. However, the COVID pandemic has made things a bit more difficult. Full grown adults are being laid off, and I understand that, and so I'm willing to be a little bit flexible with the kids this year on that. But so far, every student that I've talked to, which is everybody, says they're willing and able to work in person on the job. Okay, and so we have a waiver that you should have seen. Your son or daughter should have brought it to sign, saying the parents agree to allow the students to participate in work program, and the student agrees, I agree, and then the employer agrees as well. All right. But going along with some of the skills they'll learn how to manage their money. I'm going to teach them about insurance, about investing, about saving for retirement, different savings instruments, financial literacy. Those are kind of my favorite things. Looking for a job, learning about themselves, learning those soft skills like communication, leadership, and teamwork, and those things that are so important that that employers are desperately seeking and looking for nowadays from the young working generation. All right. The grading scale is as follows. 10% of the grade comes from formative assessments. 40% comes from like things like quizzes and tests and projects, and then 50% comes from an evaluation that I go sit down with your son or daughter's boss, and they fill out, and they rate the students based on their ability to be a good worker and show initiative and show all the skills that we talk and learn about in class, to be a productive, meaningful worker on the team. All right. And so that's half their grade. So it incentivizes the students to work hard on their job. Okay. There is a final. It is worth 10% in here as well. All right. As far as everything else, I follow just all the general basic policies on tardies and redos and retakes. Kids can retake a quiz if they ask me about it, and they've turned in all the homework, and they meet with me in conference, and we go over what they didn't understand and things like that. As far as the environment, it's a respectful environment. We get pretty close in this class because we talk a lot of discussions, a lot of reflections, based on what's going on in their lives, what's going on in their jobs, just so we can all make ourselves better. All right. Now let me go back to this. Let me go back to something here. So this chart here, take a look at it. It's called ikigai, and it stands for, or it's a Japanese word that means reason for being. Okay. And so the goal in this class is to get kids to a point where they know what they want out of life. They're ready to take the next step after high school, and find a career that is going to fulfill them on a deep, meaningful level and get them in this ikigai, in the center of this quad Venn diagram. In order to do that, they need to find something they love to do and that they are passionate about. They need to find something the world needs. They need to find something they can be paid for, not only paid for, but rewarded for. Reward can be more than just pay as well. And lastly, they need to find something they're good at. All right. And if you can achieve all those things, it's work is no longer work. Okay. It's just your reason for being. You spend so much time at work, and the last thing you would want to do is be miserable doing that. Okay. The last thing you would want to do is work for a paycheck, and only working for a paycheck and not doing something you love, or not doing something the world needs. Okay. And volunteer work and mission work are great, but they're going to have bills to pay, and they need to pay those bills so they can move out of your house at some point in time. And ultimately, hopefully, they polish those skills and become good at it, because everybody wants to be good at what they do. And if that's achieved, they can find ikigai, and it's not easy to do. People spend entire careers, entire lives trying to figure that out. And it's just something we have to learn about ourselves. We have to learn about the working world. We have to learn about the current environment, different industries, and different jobs and things, and then hopefully piece that puzzle together so we're all happy and thriving. Okay. And the last thing that I'll talk to you guys about today is, look, I understand that this COVID pandemic has made things less than perfect. All right. There's been a lot of turmoil in so many ways, and we could talk about it all day, but this is the way I like to look at it. Okay. And I constantly try to spin things positively for the students. All right. We've had some darkness, all right, in the last 6 months or more. But there can be no light without darkness. And so rather than focusing on what is wrong in the world and what we don't have, we try to focus on what we do have, okay, and use the tools we do have to find success, okay, to appreciate what we have. This is a great district. You send your son or daughter. You made a great choice by sending your son or daughter to North High. We have great resources, great technology. We have great teachers, great administrative staff, great staff. We're getting a renovated building. All things are good. And you know what? We have the ability to teach kids, to keep students moving forward in a meaningful way. And that is, that's a blessing. Those things are good. And so in this class, we're going to focus on what's good, areas for growth, and we're in this together, and we're gonna move forward together. I'm very excited to see your kids, to work with your kids. It gives me a new energy. It makes me excited. I know the kids get excited about their jobs and making money and learning about financial management and being independent in things. And so I think it's going to be a great year.